they only saw the bad landing. They did not have the first person view of that.
That's right. And he can take away from it. He came through on-site qualification, so he qualified through the 86 athletes to get into this, this main event. So great showing from Joann Leroux.
Really good stuff. I think that we're definitely going to be looking forward to a lot more. This young athlete.
Now our next athlete, they call him
step up, or coming down to the final spot with a little height drop. Giving some love to his crew. Good run, solid run. I think
a few slips here and there.
Yeah, just a couple little slip-ups, but he had some neat moves that slide back full. He did over the ledge, it was really nice. Clean side free right to start off the run, which is always good to have a solid first move. And he did actually hit a lot of tricks. Getting that inward off the ledge and off the wall, and then of course the double H was nice, but he just doesn't quite come around. And again,
kept it going nicely though.
Yes, he did keep going, and I do think it is always hard to end just with a big drop. Judges want to see something strong to finish on, but sometimes athletes just want to finish that run out when they know they've hit their other moves. They don't want to slip up again. It's strategy.
It is indeed, and strategy plays a lot into these competitions. You've got athletes like Jason Paul, guys who really think a lot about, what the judges are looking for, and then maybe a guy like Ash, who's, from Morocco, he hasn't had much exposure to these competitions yet. Coming in, maybe not what the judges are looking for, but we don't know yet. We're not judges ourselves.
It's always difficult, and watching him in the finals, winning the on-site qualifier, I think that course really suited his style. He had space for his big jumps. He had one of the biggest dive columns I've ever seen in my entire life, and he absolutely murdered it, and then came through with the top score. Maybe this course was just a little bit off for his style, but overall, really solid run.
Alright, so scores coming in. Moving into second position there. Lucy sitting strong at the top, so 358 points from Ashraf Libani. Don't, ladies and gentlemen, to hashtag Art of Motion on any social media with the name of who you think is going to take out the win here, and you can win all kinds of exclusive Red Bull Art of Motion products. Hashtag Art of Motion on any social media.
Instagram, take a picture, send it in, tweet it, send me a letter. Alright, we got Dante Grazioli here. He's another one of our online qualifiers from the US, out of Colorado. Known for really big jumps, super controlled spins.
Oh no!
Going for that 2.5. Can't quite hit it, but very nice cast back into the stairwell. Comes up, nice side, getting himself into place. Slowing down a little bit here, but coming in for a nice front flip over the gap. Coming really smooth here. Let's see what he hits off this ledge. Nice double V twist. Nice landing on that one. Big strides back. And I think he's probably going to set up for another big trick here. I know we're looking for some of those double chords. Nice, there you go. Just a little 1.5 A twist there. Nice little spot. Back pull off the low ledge. Being able to hit those high level spins on really low levels can be really hard, but he's setting up here. He's got one more thing planned for us. No, just like he's calling it.
He's calling it.
Probably that first, try to do just a 2.5, and that's a really hard move, but it would have put him out. I think he was probably planning to roll out a combo out of it, and he just under-rotated just a little bit, so see if they play that on the replay again, but he looks like he's not happy about that.
See where it went wrong. Here we go.
Boom! Just doesn't quite make it around, but he still sets up for that nice cast back on the staircase. We saw some good strides, front flip over the gap onto the ledges. Coming up here, this is where I get that double V twist super clean, as it's so easy, stomps it out, and then I think slipped up a little bit on that landing, but was able to hit that 1.5 A twist, come out nice, a little step out. Set up here, back pulls. Again, those spins are always really good. They add so much difficulty, and Dante has them so well. To surprising that he just dropped
hold it at the end there, and you know, such a shame that he slipped up at the beginning. And also, you could see the course coming into play. As we said, the last year's course, top to bottom, he was just backwards and forwards, left and right at all times. He must have crossed the same part 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and that's really difficult for someone like Dante that's using a lot of their energy on their big tricks to have to apply those big jumps and running all of the course is going to make it harder for him.
The judges deliberating. With that big fall at the top, Frosty, is it possible to still move into first, second place, do you think?
I just think it's hard when you have someone like Lucy that had a perfect run to see him be able to overcome it without having, I think, some really gangster moves come out. It would be hard for him to make it through. And so I would be surprised to see him in the top 2.
And there we go, yep, as we said, that big slip at the top, perhaps, well, definitely hindering him there with a score of 355 points for Dante Grazioli, and so we will not be seeing him in the finals. But you know what? This means Lucy is sitting strong in the top spot.
Absolutely. And
how great would it be to see Lucy qualify through?
Yeah, we haven't seen Lucy in the finals in a long time. She's the only female ever to qualify for the finals of Art of Motion. And look at that smile on her face. She's having the time ever right now.
Essentially, it rests on Alex, who's coming up next. Should Alex not get into the top 2, she's in.
Absolutely. And if you think Lucy has what it takes to win hashtag Art of Motion, let us know, because you could be winning free, exclusive Red Bull Art of Motion gear. I know everybody's trying to get their hands on that right now. I submitted mine. I thought Frosty Fresh was going to be taken first.
You're definitely not going to be receiving it. So if we move back up to the top of the course here in Ia, the crowd is getting ready for the next young athlete from Austria, Mr. Alexander Schauer, in the top 6 last year. Getting ready to go. You think he's going to take the top spot? Hashtag Art of Motion with Alexander Schauer. Now here we go. Just getting the traction ready on those shoes. Frosty, let's go.
All right. So Alex, some of the biggest jumps, super nice cast back off the wall, super clean cork, setting up for that concrete. Very technical, high level of difficulty, and his execution is great. Big front flip over the gap, making it look easy.
His flow at this point as well.
So fast, covering a ton of ground, hitting everything really clean. All right, taking a second, adding a little personality into his run. All right, but huge free, sticks it like nobody's business. And now he's setting up for it will probably be his last move. Nice palm gainer down the drop. We're coming into the end, having a great time. Amazing run from Alex Schauer.
That was incredible.
So clean, such big moves. That palm gainer was really, really nice. Taking time to get himself set, but having fun while he's doing it, and then being able to deliver that next level precision over that huge gap and stick it, I think is worth it. The judges were willing to give you a little bit of leeway.
Take us through the replay again there, Frosty.
Nice palm flip over there, using some of those nice parkour skills, getting himself into place. Nice cork, gets that pre onto that ledge, very technically difficult. Clean though, so much good flow, able to connect that palm gainer right out, coming off the drop and going into a handspring. There you go, huge pre over the gap. And even on the ledges he's not using, he's flown over it and giving us some dance moves just for fun. Nice palm gainer down the drop. And he's into place. Again, you can see that palm gainer. It's a really tight spot. His takeoff, he has to worry about hitting the ledge in front of him, the wall behind him, and coming out of a very tiny gap. But he did it with ease. He made it look fun, and I think the judges are really going to reward him for that.
How much of the theatrics going to play into it? Like you said, there was a moment where he needed to set himself up, but the little knock on the door keeps it going all in the flow. A little bit of for the crowd, bit of showmanship.
Yeah, and Alex is always known as being a little tongue-in-cheek with his motions. His videos he releases are always funny. And it's great to see that come out in his run. We'll see if the judges liked it, if they appreciated it, or if they want to see more actual skills.
Yeah.
But 472 points, clearly they were very happy with what he did. Alexander Schauer out of Austria, first place right now with 472 points. Great run. I respect that score. I think it was definitely good call.
100%, yeah. He had flow, he had speed throughout the top of the course, he had difficulty, he had the big tricks, that massive precision near the end, and he finished strong. There was very little slip up, so Lucy now moved into the bubble position.
Yeah, so we got Alexander Schauer definitely moving on to the finals, and Lucy going to have her score go up against Pasha.
Yes, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Two-time winner. He was then injured. He came back second place last year. One of the greatest success stories to come out of the Art of Motion, the Red Bull Art of Motion.
Fitting in extra little things right in front of the cameras, just because they always love to show why he's the bomb.
Just from Austria. One of only 2 girls here, or females here, in the competition. Of course, our third female injured herself, unfortunately. So it is Miss Pamela Foster, Best Female Award 2013, getting ready to go all the way from Austria. Frosty, here we go.
All right, setting up. Nice, very clean. Coming down into the staircase. Good flow. Pam's been training for the last year, focusing a lot on her parkour, getting clean. Very nice back pull off that ledge. I know she was concerned about that landing, but she did it really nice. See what she sets off here off the drop. Really clean cork. Stops a little bit and then sets up, showing some of those gymnastic skills. That's her background, but she's been adding a lot of different types of tricks into her skills, like those corks and coming down nice. Roll out of her front. Good clean. Oh, nice precision roll down the rail. Getting up some of those beam skills and a nice reverse, pop it out. And super happy, loving it. She looks like she had a great time on that course. You can see the jitters finally out. She was telling me before this, she's just so nervous just about hitting her moves. She doesn't care what place she gets, she just wants to hit her run the way she wants to do it, and I think she did that.
Take us through the replay again here, Frosty.
Nice precision down into this staircase, hitting those really clean moves. She's been working a lot on her flow. Still had to set up for this cork, but hit it really nice. Looks like she was a little surprised that she hit it as well as she did. Had a ton of power. Nice round off back, hitting really clean. She hits that front roll, comes down, and then hit that really nice precision roll, which again, you know, it's course use, it's creativity, and it is difficult, and especially when you're trying to be strategic, hitting something that's a little bit tricky, but right at the end of the course.
And no one else has done it there.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. Pamela incredibly happy that she has finished her run. A couple of little slips here and there,
but no bails.
Exactly, no bails.
Keep it all on her feet. She didn't have to touch her hands down. She didn't drop down, and you know, she did the whole thing with her smile on her face, and that makes a difference.
And like you were saying, Frosty, as much as we are here in a competition, as much, you know, most of it for her, especially as a competition just with herself. She wanted to land the run for herself. You know, results regardless. So, speaking of results, let's go to our judging panel and let's see what score we're going to have. They're deliberating hard. Incredibly experienced judging panel.
Yeah, we've got world champions, we've got our emotion winners, we've got really, really great athletes in there, so they definitely know what they're talking about, and it means they're also super critical. They know how good these athletes can be, what they should be able to do here, and they know what they would do on this course if they got a chance.
And, you know, as the sun is slowly going down, we see more and more now. So, here we go, coming in, a score of 343 points. Pamela Foster into first place, of course.
Well done. Great, Pam. Very excited about that. Feeling good right now, especially because now she's going to sit back and see what the rest of her heat does. And
as I was saying, sorry, Frosty, the crowd is... I didn't think it was possible to fit any more people here on this course, but every time the camera pans around, we see more and more people here. And if you feel like you want to be part of the action, hashtag your favorite athlete with hashtag Art of Motion, and you can be in line to win some incredibly exclusive Art Motion products. Now, Dominic Di Tommaso from Australia, known for his incredibly big moves.
Yes, huge height drops, tons of power, tons of control. She comes from a figure skating background.
Wow.
Extremely dedicated trainer. Nice big side flip over the gap. Second place, roll down into the staircase. Coming up, very nice flow. Has huge power in his leaps. I like how he's using a lot of the course. Nice big front off that. That's the highest flip I think we've seen from anybody so far. 360 dive roll, very clean. Comes to the backside, another roll on that ledge. Let's see what he comes up for here. It seems like he's setting up for a big... Oh, gainer over the ledge, down the drop, and smiling. Big, Dom feeling really good about that run.
Some of those big moves we were talking about there.
Yeah.
One of our on-site qualifiers, Dominic Di Tommaso from Australia. What do you think, Frosty? We're going to have a look at the replay.
Yeah, I think he might have taken the title from Joann for biggest front flip on the course. That was really huge, and he hit it so smooth. It just makes it so effortless. This nice side flip, setting it up. Just a nice run for Dom overall, finding good places to use his moves, setups, and look, he just no hesitation, goes right for it, he knows exactly how far. Could have even landed 2 steps higher, but chose to go all the way down the deck, which was, I think, strategically right in front of the judges.
There you go, massive front flip in the middle of the run, and a strong finish from Dominic Di Tommaso from Australia. Wow.
Yes, super stoked on that because he knows he hit all of his big moves super clean. I think there was a couple stumbles on some flow moves, but they were really, he had a lot of ground that he was covering, and I think that is really what's going to send the biggest message to the judges.
Now, if you wanted to get into the sport, free running or parkour, or any of the free running sport, what's the best way to go about it, Frosty?
You know, there's so much access to the sport. Like the 15 years ago when I started in the pre-YouTube days, there was nothing. Now there's tons of videos online, tutorials, and there's actually academies all over the world, gyms, parks, places you can train. And there's so many facilities available for people. Oh,
there we go. Scores on the board. 424 points for Dominic Di Tommaso from Australia.
Yeah, absolutely crushing it. Very happy. He's a two-time on-site qualifier, so he's shown up, killed it, pushing Pam down in that second place. So she's on the bubble right now, in the hot seat, but she's looking like she's loving it anyway.
And our next competitor, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Paul.
Oh.
One of the most calculated competitors out there.
Yes, absolutely. He has great strategy. He's taken his time just to chill for the last couple years. Hasn't competed in a while, but I think we've got a lot to look forward to. Nice Webster over the gap, coming down from the staircase. Fake out. Oh! Knee back off the wall. Very nice. Coming here, some signature flow moves on the dome. Coming into place. I know you're setting up for a couple nice skills here. Look at that. Jason Paul slide down the stomach, a long gate ball off the ledge.
I think out of all the moves today, that's probably the one I could do.
Nice setup for that cork off the ledge. Coming here, sliding into place. Oh, looks like he's slipping around a little bit. My nice roll over the ledge. Covering a lot of area, going back and forth, which allows him to do a lot of different types of moves. There you go, coming in place. Using his shins and knees, showing not just differentiation on the course, but in different body parts he's using. But stumbles a little bit coming through that ledge.
Oh, solid finish. There we go. A lot of variety there. A lot of versatility. Like you said, using different parts of his body, using different parts of the course. Was there anything lacking?
You know, I think that a lot of times we expect some of those bigger moves, those higher difficulty flips that we know Jason has been known for in the past. But look at that. Knee back is incredibly difficult, especially from that height, and he's able to hit it and go right into his next skills. He covered a lot of ground. I was surprised that he didn't use more of the right side of the course, but it looked like he had a lot of stuff he wanted to do on those ledges, and he was able to hit some really unique skills. Definitely stuff that we're not going to see from anyone else.
Jason Paul's a solid run.
Yep, there you go. There's where he slipped up just that one time, but he's able to come through pretty nice and finish with that nice palm spin into that roll on the ledge. Very smooth, totally fresh worthy.
There we go. Now those tiny little slips just on the on the preparation for each of his tricks. Is that going to harm his score? Because his flow obviously was incredible there. You know, you saw the way his constant motion throughout the course. So we're going back to the judges now. They're deliberating hard. We got Gabe there who's looking for the difficulty, quite possibly the hardest job amongst the judges, because in this relatively new sport of free running, you were saying, Frosty, that you can literally see the sport develop live in front of your eyes.
I mean, yeah, you're seeing moves here that no other person has done before. Jason in second place with 414. Good score, definitely got love from the judges, like you said, on his flow and creativity. Difficulty probably not that high, but his execution was pretty good.
400. I still can't get over how many people are here. I'm sorry I keep repeating myself.
But literally forcing people to the edge of their seats, on the edge of the building, on the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, here we are.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. I've been talking about this all weekend. I cannot wait to see Didi. He is one of my favorite qualifiers online from Morocco. Such unique style, such good flow. Already just making his way into place. I'm buzzing.
I'm just gonna let you flow this one, Frosty. Okay.
I'm going to try to keep up with Didi. Nice. Just right there onto the ledge. Precision. Pimps down onto this nice archway gap. Setting up. Gainer full. Again, onto these arches, which is so much more difficult. He has to be so precise. So much difficulty in the wrist. Coming here. Let's see what he sets up. He's going for something big. Nice speed. Full into the wall flip. And nice double full.
Oh, that was a big slip.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hurt him, but nice clean palm side. Let's see if he can hit a couple more tricks. There you go, some unique palm spin variations for Didi on the wall, and it looks like he's going to call it.
There we
go.
Any
more slip-ups.
So one big slip in the middle. Like you said though, Frosty, those moves onto the arches, the moves he's pulling are incredibly difficult anyway for people to understand. Yeah, he's going to do them onto a curved surface. Why not make it harder for myself?
I think part of it is just showing that he has the ability to hit those moves wherever and whenever he wants, and he absolutely proved that. So you can see this this inward A twist, which is already a really difficult move, onto the ledge, right next to the edge of this drop, hits that pin flip onto the curved wall, low arch, which makes it already really difficult. There's that nice speed full into the wall, but keeping himself close enough so he's set up for good flow. Double full. And it actually was a really good landing. I think he just had too much momentum and didn't want to fall down the stairs. Yeah, catches himself on the wall.
That's a fall.
Yeah.
But, like you said, the level of difficulty, the level of creativity throughout the course.
Yeah.
For those of you tuning in who perhaps don't appreciate how difficult some of these tricks are, you can just, you can appreciate the pure athleticism of them, but imagine trying that. It's difficult enough seeing it being done in a gym, in a hall, in a safe environment. He's doing it onto the edge of a ledge, he's doing it onto a curved roof. And Didi, of course, the great story behind him is he trains in the Moroccan desert, building his own features. He goes and finds and drags tires out of the wadis,
So if you think Didi has what it takes to win, hashtag Art of Motion on any social media platform for your chance to win exclusive Art of Motion merchandise. I think that he's got a good shot if he makes it through the finals to take this podium.
Yes, indeed. There we go, Didi. So let's have a look. Let's see what the judges make of it. He's shaking his head. He's not sure if it's enough. What are the judges going to say?
Yeah, it's always tough with an athlete like Didi. They've wanted to see for so long come out here. Oh, but he's in first
enough.
Place. It definitely was enough for the judges. Moroccan Didi coming in first. Huge run, even with those slip-ups. I think that's important to note, because even with 2 slip-ups on the course, he was able to come away with the top score. It just shows how much they like the way he moves.
Yeah, exactly. And like we said, the level of difficulty landing on the arches, on the edges of the features. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 athletes left here in the final heat. So we have 2 athletes who could mix up our finalists. The next athlete to go will be Jesse Percival. Here he goes, getting ready. What's he got written on there?
Going there. Move with love. This guy's all about passion for movement. So Jesse is known for really big jumps, very clean and difficult. Nice technical landings on those small ledges right near the edge. Very big front flip down, but also flows out of it really well. So it's not just how big he goes inside, he's able to carry it out. Setting up for a big jump here. Oh,
massive
huge free, and then fronts out of it, just showing it all that extra power.
Here he goes now on top of the platform, on top of the judges. What's he got?
Nice
free
big
con.
dive palm to the cat.
Sorry.
So putting together not just that huge dive palm, but connecting it into a really hard angle cat. Gives some nice flow down, super smooth. Nice dive cart over that. Very, very smooth run from Jesse Peveril. Some really nice moves, very much in his style. And I think the judges are going to like what they saw, because he had some unique skills. He hit some parts of the course that no one ever does, and I think he's going to get a good score.
Let's have a look again. So
nice technical landings there on those really small ledges with the drops, and then of course that huge free with the front out. You can see coming so close to that wall, but just getting in that spot, and then a lot of really nice dive Kong.
Massive dive Kong over the wall now into and he finished strong. These was only a couple of dive cart there at the end, only a couple of little slips.
Yeah, I just think it was more about him setting up for the things he wanted to hit really well.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have 1 athlete left here in the final heat.
And it's the athlete that we have all been waiting for.
The local hero,
the legendary
last year's winner,
DK.
Here we go. So, 1 left to go, but we are waiting for the scores. Sorry, we're getting a little bit excited with the next one, but scores coming in still. What are the judges going to think?
You can see Kai Willis, our execution judge, just hands on his head. How do you judge a run like that? It's so many moves that are so difficult. Hitting those unique landings. Jesse is someone who picks his course points where he's grabbing cats on angles. He's hitting prees to ledges that are so small on the edges of drops. That precision, that control, and of course the execution is so huge for him.
And that's obviously reflected in the amount of time the judges are taking to deliberate over this.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any of the audience is complaining though. They're enjoying the sunlight in sunny Santorini here today. I can't say I'm complaining either.
Not at all. What a joy it is to be here at Red Bull Art of Motion. And of course, those of you tuning in at home, if you do want to feel like part of the action, as if watching and listening to us wasn't enough, you can hashtag Art of Motion with who you think is going to top out from the competition. So
I might have my hashtag money on DK, who you just saw there. DK, one of the top favorites from this one, but here's Jesse Pavel's score with first place with 429. Wow, Jesse looking really surprised at that score. I must say I'm a little surprised as well, but he was really clean. He did hit a lot of really solid moves.
The guy's just stepping it up for this final heat, it seems. Now, DK, he's at the top. He's just seen the highest score drop of the heat. What's going through his mind right now?
I think he's got so many different things at this point. He's just got to let it all go and just focus on the next move in front of him.
Last year's winner, the home favorite. The pressure is on right now. DK getting ready to go. I'm excited. I'm pretty nervous, actually.
Oh, my hands are trembling. I feel like I'm about to go for the finals art emotion.
Here we are. All right, Frosty, you ready to take it away? Here we go. DK on course.
Dash down, getting himself into place. There you go. Really using this course pretty smoothly so far. Let's see what he's setting up here. Nice! Just a little variation on that. Worked down like a little bit like a screwball. Coming out of this ledge here, setting up. Nice. There you go. Hitting a little Kaku full. Monkey gainer down, monkey down on that little ledge. Hitting this one spot a little bit. Some nice flow. Setting up for some stuff. Oh! Wall flip hands behind the back. A little variation there. Not as fast as Pro's. Oh! Wow! Super sick. That's definitely DK's style. Adding in those really nice surprise elements. Adding in the hand plants. And coming through some nice flow here at the end. Giving us some break dancing. And calling it a day.
Wow. Frosty, what do you think?
I will say it is not the run that I anticipated from DK.
Why? How so?
He had a lot of unique moves. Last year he had a ton of really big power moves, super clean, but he was able to put it all together in a really unique way with some very interesting moves. Here you can see course use coming into spots, setting up for this really interesting set variation on a court, a little bit higher level difficulty, and then that tunnel into like a speed full down gainer or monkey off that really low ledge. It's really tough hitting so many moves back to back. But again, you know, DK is also, he's known for having so many of those really hard moves on lock. I think he went for a lot of the more unique skills that he has this year, showing his style off instead of just his power. Nice, and I love that inward to down monkey again. Really nice A-twist down, flowing out of it super well. And then, of course, coming in to finish, the little break dancing, and then basically passing out after that.
The fact, Frosty, that you're even struggling as an expert who's been involved in free running to call some of those moves. You know, for the viewers at home, you've got to appreciate how incredibly dynamic this sport is that you're getting to see.
Yeah, DK has just spent the last month traveling around the country, meeting Greek runners, hosting jams, getting people excited about coming out here, and coming up with all these new skills. So he's really been pushing his level, training hard. He's training with a lot of different kinds of people. You can see it's upped his level. He's created a lot more of his own style this year, and I think the judges are going to have a tough time calling this one, but I think they're going to give him a good score for it.
Yeah, it's incredibly tough. We've already have scores so far. There's the crowd, the beautiful backdrop here in Santorini, and my name is Henry Jackson. I'm here, definitely not the expert, but taking you through today's events. You can see the crowd. They are literally filling up any single space possible. Okay, you can see guys on top of the church tower. You can see people on top of the walls. Can you imagine this at any other event? Surely not. Here at the Red Bull Art of Motion, we have the most incredible crowd in the world. And what a day of competition. So we'll letting you know, we'll be refreshing you through to our 6 finalists in just a moment, and then we will be moving through to our finals.
Ready. All right, I'm here with Jason. Paul, Jason, you had an amazing run, super successful. How'd you feel about that run on the course?
I'm really stoked. I'm really happy with my run. I landed all my tricks, everything well as intended. And I mean, competing against legends on this course, really can't be mad for not making it to the finals. I'm really happy to be here.
what do you think about overall hitting this course after taking some time off? How is it coming back into competition?
It's hard. It's really different because I shoot videos a lot, and for video the lines are a lot shorter. You have to go 3, 4, 5 times as long.